Several publishers fought for the right to publish Britney Spears' book, The Woman in Me, but in the end, the singer made a deal with Simon and Amp Schuster. The pop diva's fee was $15 million. Some of the loudest details are devoted to the relationship with musician Justin Timberlake. They started dating in 1999 when the actress was 18 years old and immediately became one of the most popular couples in Western show business. A year later, the singer became pregnant. In the book, Britney admitted that this news was a surprise for her, but not a tragedy. According to her, she loved Timberlake and really wanted to start a family with him. However, her lover insisted on an abortion. Why wasn't this information leaked to the press then? Britney's interesting position would be perceived as doubly interesting because her image was based on statements about chastity and innocence. The teams of both artists did the impossible, hiding what was happening from outsiders. According to insiders, 41-year-old Jessica Biel is also in a rage and despair, and the whole family, including the parents of both spouses, is in a state of chaos. For Justin, the timing of the book's release is also terrible,
because he has a number of activities planned for the end of the year that will require communication with the press and fans.
He was going to join his colleagues from NSYNC, who are actively reviving the supergroup of the Naughties. At the same time, 42-year-old Timberlake planned to please fans of his solo work. In addition, the sequel to the animated film Trolls, of which he is the music producer, is coming out in November. According to anonymous sources, Justin is confused. He knew that the release of Britney's book would create certain problems for him, which is why his lawyers contacted Spears' lawyers a year and a half before the release of the memoirs to somehow soften the blow. However, during this time, as it turns out, the musician himself has not been able to prepare his loved ones for the revelations of his ex-girlfriend, who, according to her own confessions, does not wish anyone harm, but just wants to finally tell her story honestly and uncut. According to anonymous sources, Jessica Biel had no idea that Britney was forced to have an abortion at Justin's request. According to sources close to the performer, he did not try to keep this information secret, but simply did not believe that it was important for his beloved woman to know about it. The statement of the 41-year-old Spears hits not only on Justin's personal life and career, who just now has conceived a loud comeback in show business, but also on his image. The fact is that the artist has repeatedly stated that of all his statuses, being a father is the most pleasant for him, and these are not empty words. People who are part of his family say that a more loving, caring, and cheerful dad should still be looked for. Jessica Biel herself, who gave birth to 2 sons to the musician, confirms that Timberlake is the best father. If you think logically, then in the 90s, a couple who had not reached 20 lived for their own pleasure. Both had crazy careers. Both had wind in their heads, and yes, Britney was fond of substances and alcohol from her youth. Now both are 41, and we clearly see who and what he is. Justin is a father and a family man. Now his career is not only singing, he is also an actor and producer. In Britney's case, everything is very sad. Mom is on a day off, long stuck in her past work, inappropriate behavior, inadequate people around her. She never grew up. She can't control the situation around her and herself, too. She may be sorry, but definitely not for an abortion. But for the fact that she was not allowed to grow up, she was left helpless and stupid. Again, we all understand that this abortion was beneficial primarily to Britney herself. Pregnancy would have ruined her career. I think the main agents of this decision were her producers. She later gave birth to children when she wanted, and from whom she wanted. Meanwhile, people from Justin's entourage are trying to somehow save the situation, claiming that the musician has been suffering from the persecution of Britney all these years. Allegedly, she tried to get his attention after his wedding with Biel, and even after her own with Sam Asghari. If you believe them, Spears did not hide that Justin was her first and greatest love, and none of the men she met after that could even compare closely with the singer of the hit Cry Me a River. Quite likely, but now it looks like it's his turn to cry.